This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with News 3 Now. This just in, a second person in Dane County has now died from COVID-19.
Meanwhile, Governor Tony Evers says we are heading into the worst of this as experts expect the number of coronavirus cases to peak in the state in about 2 weeks. Our Amanda Quintana is here with those numbers. Amanda?
There are now more than 1,200 positive cases across the state and 20 deaths, including that second death reported in Dane County in just the last 10 minutes. We continue to update the number as individual counties release their totals. Right now, our count is 1,278. There have been 192 people who tested positive in Dane County, 15 in Rock County, and 13 in Sauk County. There were 120 more cases in Milwaukee County over the weekend, most of them in the city of Milwaukee, bringing the county's total to 663, with 10 deaths there. Governor Evers says one of the agencies really struggling is the Department of Workforce Development.
Last week, more than 115,000 new preliminary unemployment insurance applications were filed with the DWD. That's 115,000 1 week. The UI call center also received more than 1.5 million calls in that same time period, which is an increase of 6,208% over their average weekly call volume.
DWD is encouraging people to apply for unemployment benefits online to make the process faster and easier. They've also hired 35 more staff members to answer phones and can now get 690 calls all at once. DHS is also partnering with companies like Epic and Exact Sciences to double the state's lab testing capacity. You will still need a doctor's order to get tested.
Amanda, thank you. A new study predicts that Wisconsin still has nearly a month to go until the state reaches its peak for the number of COVID-19 deaths per day. The study conducted by the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington. The study says statewide deaths per day will peak at 37 on April 25th. The study also details that with current social distancing practices in place, over 1,300 people could die from coronavirus through August 4th. There are 5,364 available hospital beds in Wisconsin. Just over 3,750 of them will be needed when the state reaches its peak use of medical resources, that according to the study.
The virus has delivered a severe blow to Wisconsin dairy farmers who rely on selling milk to restaurants, schools, and the hospitality industry. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports about 1/3 of Wisconsin dairy products, mainly cheese, are sold in the food service trade. Farmers say the coronavirus outbreak has caused milk prices to drop to unprofitable levels this spring, at a time when money is needed for the upcoming planting season. Dairy farmers are worried about processing plants closing or cutting production, forcing them to dump milk.
Better Business Bureau and the Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection are receiving an increasing number of complaints of retailers inflating the price of items in high demand right now. Here in the Madison area, Hy-Vee, Piggly Wiggly, Walgreens, and Menards are all accused of price gouging. Those products include toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and meat, among other things. Jamie Perez looked into those items and what the process looks like after a complaint is filed.
In a time of crisis like the situation that we're in now, people expect to be able to go to the store and get what they need at a reasonable price. Things like toilet paper, water, milk, rice, disinfectant wipes. But some people all across the state say they've noticed prices inflate recently. And considering this is a time of crisis, that is illegal in the state of Wisconsin. According to a recent report put out by DATCAP, they've received numerous complaints against stores that are price gouging things in high demand right now. Tiffany Schultz, who is the regional director for the Southwest Wisconsin's Better Business Bureau, said not only are items being inflated in their original condition, but people are also breaking down packaging to make even more money.
Somebody breaking up a package of toilet paper and selling it per roll. For example, $6 per roll, which would make a 4-roll package $24. Another item that I saw are $2 masks going for $20.
According to Schultz, prices cannot inflate more than 15% of the pre-emergency price unless the store's supplier increases their price. If you notice price gouging happening at a store near you, you can file a complaint with the BBB and DATCAP, who can order them to cease and desist, like they've done with several retailers in the state in the past few weeks.
People who are losing their jobs left and right, it is illegal in the state of Wisconsin. So it's not fair, it's unethical, it's untrusting. If you're going to price gouge at a time of need, consumers are going to remember that, and they're not going to want to come back and do business with you.
In Madison, Jamie Perez, News 3 Now.
After a complaint is reported, someone from the Better Business Bureau will reach out to the company to follow up. We'll also work with state and federal law enforcement agencies if necessary.
The United States is closing in on 150,000 coronavirus cases nationwide. The epicenter of the pandemic in the U.S. remains in New York, where there are now more than 66,000 cases. The naval hospital ship Comfort arrived in New York City ahead of schedule today to relieve the pressure on hospitals overwhelmed by the virus crisis. FEMA tweeted photos of a shipment of protective equipment that landed in New York on Sunday. It includes more than 130,000 N95 face masks and nearly 2 million face masks and gowns.
The president and vice president held a conference call with the nation's governors earlier today as the federal government continues to work with states to respond to the pandemic. President Trump walked back to his stated goal of reopening the country by Easter yesterday on the advice of his task force team. The president's top healthcare experts are warning against ignoring those guidelines, predicting the death toll could climb to hundreds of thousands in the U.S.
We have to really tell the American people that they have to do more to stay inside, to wash their hands, to social distance, and to assume that other people are infected even if they look asymptomatic.
And the U.S. Secretary of Treasury Steve Mnuchin says small business loans will be available Friday, 1 week after the president signed the massive economic stimulus Phase 3 bill into law. Meanwhile, General Motors released some photographs of their efforts to make ventilators and face masks after the president invoked the Defense Production Act to compel the company to make more.
British doctors say this simple machine could help solve the world's ventilator shortage amid the coronavirus pandemic. Engineers at the University of Oxford say they assembled a prototype in less than 2 hours and successfully tested it on a medical dummy. The straightforward design of the device eliminates the need for complex parts, allowing it to be made quickly and in big numbers to deal with the expected surge in virus cases. Researchers say more than 5,000 machines could be created every week. A group of local engineers and manufacturers have developed an open-air face shield. It's called the Badger Shield, and it is now being used at UW Health. This is video of the masks being manufactured at Midwest Prototyping in Blue Mounds. While treating patients, medical staff will wear the face shield, and it will protect them from flying respiratory droplets that can transmit coronavirus through a cough or a sneeze.
We've been focusing, at least the suppliers here, on just stocking up the local hospitals, especially UW Hospital, because they are expecting surges to be coming in the next week or a little bit more. So they want to be a little bit ahead of the problem. So that's why we really focused on as simple a design as possible so we could get it out there quickly.
This mask isn't just being used at the UW, it's actually now being produced by Ford.
UW Health has a special team teaching medical professionals how to properly use personal protective equipment. The clinical simulation program has been offering around-the-clock training. It's helped more than 1,400 people in the past week. The group has a training video that shows how to put on and take off the gear properly, and then participants get to practice putting on and taking off practice shields and makeshift masks.
It's important to me because I want to protect myself and protect my patients, and I appreciate, what the hospital is doing to ensure our safety as well as those we care for.
Well, I think it's very important to have everybody on the same page and go through the mechanics. It's one thing to look at a video and something else to actually go through the process.
And program staff members expect to train another 300 people in proper PPE usage.
Today is the last day that online voter registration is open. A federal district court ordered that online registration be extended to give people who are unable to leave their homes due to the coronavirus more time to register and request an absentee ballot. The extension applies to the April 7th spring election and presidential primary. Meanwhile, the city of Stoughton is combining the polling locations for wards 1 through 16 into a single location for the April 7th spring election and presidential primary. According to a release, all voters can go to Stoughton Wellness and Athletic Center inside the Sports Enhancement Academy gymnasium. Each of the 4 districts will vote in a designated portion of the gym. The typical polling locations will be closed.
Tokyo Olympics will open next year in the same time slot scheduled for this summer's games. Tokyo organizers say the opening ceremonies will take place July 23rd of 2021. That's That's almost exactly 1 year after the games were due to start this year. The IOC and Japanese organizers last week postponed the Olympics until next year because of the pandemic.
We are continuing to bring you some feel-good stories, and this is the COVID-19 testing team at the Wisconsin State Laboratory of Hygiene. Their director, Dr. Daniel Kurtich, shared this photo of the team, and they are reminding people to stay home and social distance during this time. And thank you to the testing team for doing what you can to keep us all safe.
And celebrities are trying to offer some good news during these tough times.
I reached out to all of you this week, asking, nay, begging, for some good news. And boy, did you deliver. After reading those replies and the incredibly heartwarming stories that came with them, I thought, all right, enough is enough, world. Why not us? Why not now? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your fault, and this is SGN. I'm John Krasinski, and if it isn't clear...
Office star John Krasinski, who played Jim on the show, decided to launch a YouTube show called Some Good News. It showcases uplifting stories from around the country. That show features people recognizing healthcare workers and good acts of kindness, such as a man simply mowing his neighbor's lawn while he was deployed. Krasinski also included an interview with Steve Carell, who plays Michael Scott, of course, on The Office. It's been 15 years now since that show launched.
A sunny start to the week, certainly nice. Let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Charlotte. Having the sunshine certainly helps after a gloomy and stormy weekend, but now we're back to pretty nice conditions. Tomorrow will be a little cooler, but we should warm up again as we head into the day on Wednesday. You can see the sunshine from the Platteville-Quimby Radio Skycam. Right now, temperature is very chilly along Lake Michigan shoreline, only 41 in Milwaukee, but Madison is at 55 degrees, and you can see that the temperatures are in the lower 60s to the west. As we check out current temperature, or the temperatures over the next 12 hours, they'll drop to around freezing by early tomorrow morning. Look for variably cloudy skies tomorrow and a cooler day with a high of 46, but warm-ups on the way for Wednesday. I'll have more details from weather in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. A Columbia County man is arrested after allegedly firing a weapon in his home while drunk. Sheriff's Department says it happened in the township of Fort Winnebago on Sunday. A caller said a drunken man had a firearm in the home and that one gunshot was heard inside the residence. Deputies arrested 72-year-old Dennis O'Connell. He was booked into the Columbia County Jail on several charges, including first-degree recklessly endangering safety.
A dryer could be the cause of a house fire in Madison. This happened at 1914 Seminole Highway around 9 o'clock this morning, according to the Dane County Dispatch. Officials say a dryer was on fire when crews arrived. It's unknown if anyone was injured, and it remains under investigation.
Today, the final day to vote for Badger volleyball star Dana Retke for the Sullivan Award, which goes to the top amateur athlete in the country. Retke, a three-time first-team All-American at Wisconsin. She also helped Team USA earn its spot in the Tokyo Olympics. There are 10 finalists for the award, including Marquette basketball star Marcus Howard, Clemson star quarterback Trevor Lawrence, Iowa wrestler Spencer Lee, and UCLA gymnast Kyla Ross. To vote, you can head to that website listed there at the bottom of your screen.
The Packers and Bucks teamed up to raise funds to local hunger relief efforts. During the Packers playoff run, the Packers and Bucks sold a special limited edition t-shirt featuring the logos of both teams that featured Go Pack Go. The shirt sold for $20 a piece, and the teams raised $37,500 from the sales. Half of the funds will go to Paul's Pantry in Green Bay. The other half will go to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin in Milwaukee.
Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, as Americans stocked up on essentials for the coronavirus, preparation at camps in 2 states were already well underway.
And coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6, what local clerks are doing to make sure every vote will count in the upcoming election. That's ahead at 6.
And strong numbers on Wall Street today. The Dow up almost 700 points to open the week. The NASDAQ adding 272. S&P jumped 85. We'll be right back.
The road to Deere Season Madness is at Sloan's. Get a John Deere and your Sloan deal. Get 4.9% for 48 months or $69 per month on a John Deere Z345R. Get a John Deere now during Deere Season Madness and powered up with Sloan's.
Upgrade your tool storage with help from Menards during the Spring Savings Sale. This Masterforce 36-inch 14-drawer tool chest and cabinet combo offers 33% more storage than traditional 18-inch deep tool cabinets. It features the raise and release secure latching system to keep the doors tightly closed. Charge your tools, cell phones, and tablets with the included USB power strip. The tool chest and cabinet combo is just $869.98. Now during Menards Spring Savings Sale.
If you experience splatter leaks, you shouldn't have to sacrifice discretion for protection. Try Always Discreet. The unique design features protective leak guards, which help prevent leaks where they happen most, and an absorbent material that turns liquid into gel for up to 100% leak-free protection. The shapewear design provides a closer fit to ensure total discretion. Choose the solution that keeps you drier and offers a seamless fit. Try Always Discreet underwear with a money-back guarantee. Brand power helping you buy better.
Toyota's family stretches to every corner of this country. So you can trust us to be here for you as we remain committed to supporting our community. Because the Toyota family is stronger together. This is our pledge. We are here for you now and in all the better days ahead. Our sales and service centers are open and here for you. Ride safe. Toyota.
It's here. Instant funding online from SpeedyCash.com. Don't have time to stop by a Speedy Cash store? Get cash now, no matter where you are. Apply for a loan using the Speedy Cash app. If approved, funds applied to your debit card in minutes. With instant funding from SpeedyCash.com. Apply now. It's fast. Go to SpeedyCash.com for instant funding today.
The road to deer season madness is at Sloan's. Get a John Deere and your Sloan deal. Get 4.9% for 48 months at $139 per month on a John Deere Z720E. Get a John Deere now during deer season madness and
After a sunny day, Chris says the clouds are going to return Tuesday.
And while much of the attention has been on how bigger cities handle the virus, we're talking to leaders from smaller cities.
That and the latest overnight headlines starting at 4:30.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
As Americans stocked up on essentials for the coronavirus, preparation at camps in 2 states was already well underway.
Nancy Chen introduces us to a survival community designed to withstand just about everything.
At Fortitude Ranch, with its stockpiled food, semi-automatic weapons, and designated bunkers, it's all about the what-ifs, as seen from the group's introduction video.
What would you do? What would I do? What would anybody do if there was a serious viral pandemic?
It's a survival community with undisclosed locations in remote Colorado and West Virginia, where members can escape in times of disaster. Retired Air Force Colonel Drew Miller is the company's CEO. He wants to build a total of 12 ranch locations across the country, with the next ones planned for Wisconsin and Nevada.
We have a reserve room. It may not be fancy. We have Spartan memberships that are very inexpensive, only about $1,000 per person per year.
Each ranch has about 100 members. In good times, they can use the camp's log cabins for vacation, hunting and fishing on the vast properties. But in case of what they deem a disaster, they say they're ready for whatever might happen.
There's a lot of other threats we track, from, Yellowstone supervolcano going off and, blocking out the sun and having massive crop failure, to asteroids.
Miller says the biggest threat is a pandemic, but that COVID-19 isn't severe enough to ask members to shelter.
If law and order breaks down, then by all means, we will open and ask our members to come. But thus far, our members pretty well understand that they really don't need to be at Fortitude Ranch now.
Still, Miller estimates that requests for membership have soared tenfold because of coronavirus.
Is this the most interest you've seen in Fortitude Ranch?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Kiki Bandela and her husband joined in 2018.
When all hell breaks loose and you have to seek shelter, if you will, from all the craziness of the world, it's really nice to know in the back of my mind that I have a place to go.
Bandela hopes she'll never have to shelter at Fortitude Ranch, but takes comfort in knowing it's there in uncertain times. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
Fortitude Ranch tracks 46 trigger events that it thinks could result in the sort of collapse that would necessitate seeking shelter there.
Well, let's get a look at your first warned weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and our forecast. Gary?
Well, kind of an interesting day today. We have plenty of sunshine, but there's more sunshine the farther west you go. Here's the live view from the Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam. You can see some clouds just on the far eastern horizon, but the Edgewater Skycam showing a little more cloud cover from Madison. This view is looking off toward the southeast and the capital. And we'll see partly cloudy skies tonight and then variably cloudy skies tomorrow. So 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Because of a little more cloud cover tomorrow, it'll be a little cooler with high temperatures, probably only reaching the middle 40s, where today we hit the middle 50s. And then it'll be a little milder for Wednesday with high temperatures back into the lower 50s, and we'll be around 60 degrees for Thursday and Friday, but we'll also see some shower chances toward the end of the week. A slight chance Thursday afternoon. The better chances for rain will be Friday into at least Saturday morning before they come to an end. High-resolution Doppler radar right now free of precipitation across pretty much the entire upper Midwest. But you can see on Weather Track that there's showers of rain and snow through New England. And then out to the west, some showers. Now, these are lifting toward the north, but high pressure is actually pretty close to us. So these showers are just going to kind of circumvent us to the south. Some of the cloud cover will move in here for tomorrow, but that's pretty much about it. And then after that, we'll see some quiet weather for Wednesday and probably Thursday as well. There's also a cold front, which has kind of dropped through. It's being enhanced a little bit more by Lake Michigan. The front becomes stationary out to the west. So south of the front, temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. Madison kind of right on the dividing line right now at 55, but Milwaukee only right now with a temperature of 41, Chicago at 46. So the lakes and the northeasterly wind off of the Great Lakes making it much cooler, as usually is the case this time of year. But notice out to the west, lots of 60s, temperatures close to 70 degrees, even as far north as the Dakotas. So that's the milder air that'll be moving in here for the latter part of the week. On future track, the north to northeasterly winds coming in off of Lake Michigan definitely will keep us cooler for tomorrow and a little more cloud cover as well. But as we head into tomorrow night, skies will turn partly cloudy. Then on Wednesday, a weather system will pass to our north, and as winds become a little more southeasterly, that'll bring temperatures up into the lower 50s for Wednesday. On Thursday, we'll see variably cloudy skies, but right now it looks like it'll stay dry for most of the day. Maybe a shower late in the afternoon. High temperatures on Thursday probably topping out in the upper 50s to around 60. It'll be around 60 degrees for Friday as well. Over the next 10 days, those temperatures above normal once we get past Wednesday, and then another stretch of above normal temperatures from Sunday through Wednesday of next week, and there'll be some shower and thunderstorm chances there. So as we check out our forecast, look for skies to be mostly partly cloudy for tonight. Temperatures will drop off into the lower 40s by morning, and then for tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 46 degrees. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, you can see just a slight chance of a shower Thursday afternoon. Probably our best chances for rain will be Friday into early Saturday. Then milder weather for next week. Some shower and thunderstorm chances about Monday through Tuesday and Wednesday. But at this point, temperature should stay mild at least into the middle part of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, the FBI warning consumers that scammers are already out for your stimulus checks. We'll have the latest after a short break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is HYGIENE University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT from anywhere, online, with approachable, caring instructors. That makes online learning from HYGIENE University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at HYGIENE. Learn more today.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering Chevy owners complimentary OnStar Crisis Assist services and Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home. It's just our way of doing our part.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo! Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Boy, it's just what I thought. It's all going to have to come out.
If you don't have dental insurance, paying the bill can be really expensive. After all, just a simple cleaning can cost $150. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But now you can get dental insurance for about $1 a day from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. Call us for a free information kit. Our dental insurance helps cover over 350 procedures, everything from cleanings and fillings to crowns and dentures. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no deductibles and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you choose. Take the pain out of big dental bills with Physicians Mutual. Call us now for your free information kit with all the details.
You know who really loves fresh food? Amateur chefs, stay-at-home parents, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondue-ers, and flambéers, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Pick and Save, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
The checks haven't even been printed yet, but scammers are already eyeing your stimulus money.
Mandy Gaither has more in today's Consumer Watch.
Before you've even gotten your stimulus check, a warning from the FBI and several state attorney generals. Don't fall victim to phone calls, texts, emails, or websites that ask for personal or financial information in order to receive your federal payment. Officials say that includes paying someone who calls with a promise to expedite or obtain a payment or loan for you. If you're eligible for relief, you do not need to make any upfront payment or pay a fee to receive your stimulus check. People who file tax returns electronically and provide the IRS with their bank information will likely get their payments earlier through direct deposit. Paper checks are expected to take longer to mail out. You'll receive a notice by mail no longer than 15 days after the payment was distributed, detailing the amount, how it was sent, and an IRS phone number to call if the funds fail to arrive. Most Americans will receive up to $1,200. For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we return.
Coming together makes us stronger. And Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
I'm Kelsey Grammer. My dad was gunned down at his home at the age of 38. 6 years later, my sister was brutally raped and murdered. When my father's killer was released, I found out through the National Enquirer. It seemed like a cruel joke. In my sister's case, I have been allowed a voice in the parole hearings of her killers. But that's not always true in Wisconsin. Marcy's Law ensures equal rights to victims and their families to be informed and heard. Please vote for additional rights for crime victims. Vote yes on Marcy's Law.
Big insurance companies often use their size to take advantage of injured people making a claim. But it shouldn't be about who's the biggest. It should be about what's right. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
These days, it's hard to tell the difference between judges and politicians. I'm Jill Karofsky. I'm running for the Supreme Court to stop corruption.
Jill Karofsky, mother of 2, prosecutor, trial court judge.
On the Supreme Court, I'll make decisions based on the law and its impact on real people, not corporate donors.
Jill is supported by law enforcement across Wisconsin for her record as a tough, fair, independent judge. Jill Karofsky for Wisconsin Supreme Court.
It's here. Instant funding online from SpeedyCash.com. Don't have time to stop by a Speedy Cash store? Get cash now, no matter where you are. Apply for a loan using the Speedy Cash app. If approved, funds applied to your debit card in minutes with instant funding from SpeedyCash.com. Apply now. It's fast. Go to SpeedyCash.com for instant funding today.
Our not-so-standard spring event is over soon.
Yeah, I'll take it. If you give us the 2 years of carefree scheduled maintenance.
That's standard.
And a turbocharged engine and a smartphone integration.
Yeah, all comes standard.
I know.
Oh, well, what if I gave you all of this for practically just a signature? You basically just sign and drive.
I don't tell her.
No.
Volkswagen's list of standard features goes on and on, but this event won't. Hurry in during the not-so-standard spring event, and you can lease a new 2020 Tiguan. 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 to its signing. Practically just sign then drive.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, a 1,000-bed Navy hospital ship docks in Manhattan as one doctor tells us he had to admit his own nurse into the ICU. The toll coronavirus is taking on our medical personnel. Plus, almost 3/4 of Americans are ordered to stay home. What that means for businesses hardest hit, retailers and restaurants. That's all coming up tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Well, temperatures right now have a big range across southern Wisconsin, only around 40 near Lake Michigan to around 60 near the Mississippi River. And that's because northerly winds inland are not off of the lake, but you can see that slight northeasterly wind flow off of Lake Michigan, making about a 20-degree temperature drop closer to the lake. By morning, temperatures will be around 30 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Look for variably cloudy skies tomorrow, a high of 46. But temperatures will warm back up to 52 on Wednesday and around 60 Thursday and Friday. Some shower chances Friday into Saturday morning, and then some thunderstorm chances the middle of next week.
All right, we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned for the CBS Evening News.